Yeah, we've all fallen into the same trap at some point in our lives and blind bought a particular product based solely on its marketing and product presentation. Well, today's fragrance definitely takes first place for the Novelty Fragrance Presentation of the Decade Award, so I can't blame you if you've already picked up a bottle of this without sampling it first. This is Moncler Pour Homme, complete with a scrolling LED panel, and it even comes with its own app, so you can personalise the message and change the scroll speed and direction, etc. How cool is that? But I suppose you've tuned in to find out all the more boring information, like how this one actually smells and how long it lasts, etc. But who cares about all that stuff when it looks as good as this when it's sitting in your collection? Welcome to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. It is I, Paul Maguire, and today we're going all 22nd century and taking a look at Moncler Pour Homme, which to my knowledge has to be the only fragrance that can boast having Bluetooth included in its list of ingredients. I believe it came out in 2021 and it's classed as a woody aromatic fragrance for men. There's also a PARFUM version, and both are currently retailing at £175 for this 100ml variant, which I've noticed has increased in price here in the UK because it was definitely only £150 up until recently. You can pick up a 60ml bottle size for £76, but that doesn't come with the LED screen, which is fine for anyone who is not a gadget geek like me. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and the perfumers behind this creation are Antoine Maisondieu and Christophe Reynaud. Yes, we're into the presentation, which is going to take a little bit longer than my usual reviews, so please feel free to skip this part if you're not bothered about the presentation and all the techie stuff. But we'll start with the box, which is fairly minimalistic, and it comes in a matte white cardboard box with a large glossy outline of the Moncler logo that wraps around the front and the side. There's a small felt logo on the front which mimics the embroidered motifs that you get on the Moncler clothing. There's a Pour Homme identity printed underneath, and down at the bottom is the size and the concentration. At the top is another Moncler motif in a metallic chrome, and around the back is lots of info in foreign languages. And at the bottom there's lots more info, including the barcode and the batch code. And for all you batch code collectors out there, mine is D8M12M054. So inside the box you get the fragrance, and you also get a USB-C charging cable and also an instruction booklet, which is actually more than what you get with the latest Apple iPhone these days. The bottle comes in like an Art Deco style ribbed flask design, which is finished in a metallic chrome and features a Moncler logo that actually doubles up as the on and off button for the digital screen. There's a rechargeable battery built in, so you don't need to buy any batteries, and around the back of the bottle at the bottom here is where you'll locate the USB Type-C connector to plug in your charging cable. And on the cable that's where you'll find the QR code, which you can scan with your mobile phone, and it'll take you directly to where you can download the mobile app. There's also the same QR code that's printed on the underside of the lid. That's if you don't for some reason get one on your charging cable. Once you've installed the app on your phone, it's super simple to connect your phone to the bottle's LED screen via the Bluetooth, and the app guides you through the quick 3-step process, really easy. It's then time to have some fun personalising your bottle by simply typing in your name into the box and hitting the send button. Then within a few seconds your new message will appear on the LED panel. You can also adjust the scroll speed and the direction with 2 simple to use sliders, so it's about as user friendly as it's ever going to get. And of course it's the law that you must type in the obligatory obscene messages for your partner to stumble across and read when they're walking past your dressing table. So what happens when you've used up all the fragrance and you're left with a flashy screen but no juice? Well, there's actually a refill bottle that's encased into an outer LED case, and to release it there's just two buttons at the bottom here, and you just squeeze them together and the bottle just pops out. Clever, eh? You can then buy a much cheaper replacement refill bottle, and then you're not left with an expensive ornament sat on your dressing table in your collection. You get a weighty metal cap with the Moncler motif at the top, and yet more branding on the underside of the cap, which is serious attention to detail. The atomizer again comes in a chrome finish, and it delivers a really nice fine mist. It's very controllable, and in terms of presentation, every fragrance that I've awarded a 10 out of 10 for has now been downgraded to a 9, because this one is on another level. Okay, so according to the official notes on the Moncler website, the top notes in this are Alpine Green Accord and Clary Sage. In the heart of the scent, there's Cypress and Cedar. And in the base, there's Vetiver and Mountain Woods Accord. Yeah, so it won't come as such a huge surprise that, judging by that note breakdown, this is a clean, crisp, outdoorsy smelling scent profile with a fresh green, like pine tree aroma sitting on a base of cedar woodiness. But for me, it's the Clary Sage that stands out the most, and it brings with it a fairly sweet, musky accent to the composition, and it really softens the sharp edges that you'd probably pick up on without it being there. It's got a creamy smoothness in the heart through into the dry down, and it's not bitter or herbaceous whatsoever like you can get with some green fragrances. It's an extremely laid back and calm smelling fragrance that reminds me a lot of Santal 33 from Le Labo in terms of how pleasant and inoffensive it is. It does lose most of its sweetness in the very far dry down when it's just a skin scent, and you will get a bit more of the vetiver and the mountain woods, but to my nose it's more of like a clean pencil shavings type woodiness. There's nothing complex or challenging in here, and it does stay fairly linear, but it's a really nice quality for a designer scent, even if it is right at the very top of the price point that I'd be prepared to pay for it. Yeah, this is a really versatile fragrance that I'd be happy to wear all year round, but for me it's more of a dumb reach, everyday casual kind of scent, rather than one that I'd personally wear dressed up for special occasions or like nights out. It doesn't have enough wow factor for me, and it's a super safe fragrance that I'd say would work best as like an office scent or when you're just going about your daily business. It's one that I think will appeal more to slightly older guys, maybe over the age of 30 or perhaps even over the age of 40, who are a bit more chilled out and perhaps have more of an introverted personality. This is not a sexy, seductive type of scent. This is a very soft, very pleasant and relaxing fragrance that wouldn't get overpowering even if you poured the contents of the whole bottle over your head. In terms of its performance, you will get 6 to 7 hours of longevity with a nice moderate projection. People will definitely notice it on you as you're walking past them, but its soft, musky texture is never going to choke anybody out or get on anybody's nerves. As for the wearer, you do get nice, constant soft wafts from it, and they last throughout the day, so not one that you are going to go nose blind to, and the performance on the whole I'd say is decent enough. Yeah, so I'm going to be honest and say that I've almost bought this on about 20 different occasions over the past 12 months or so, and decided against it every single time that I've been to the shop and tested it. The quirky cutting edge bottle design always catches my attention, and I'm already taking out my debit card when I'm walking over to it because I know that I've got to have it in my collection. But the fragrance itself always kind of left me a bit deflated, and I ended up walking away empty handed. Like I say, it smells lovely, but for me it's like an accountant wearing a shiny suit of armour. It doesn't seem to deliver on its promise, and I just hope for something a bit more like dynamic and quirky, like the bottle design would suggest. I picked up this bottle from the perfume shop on a buy one get one at half price deal, so I ended up effectively getting it for about £85. But would I pay the full retail price of £170 for it? Probably not, no. Okay, so once again, that's about it for today's scent of the day, but I have got plenty of other recent purchases to talk about over the coming days that will have you smelling like $1 million without breaking the bank. I've also got a great perfume parlour haul with some real beauties in there, so don't forget to look out for that one. And as always, if you have found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. It's always great to read all your comments about your own personal opinions and your experiences with these featured fragrances, so let me know what you think of this one and if you've managed to get your nose on it in the shops or you already own a bottle. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in to this latest episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.